How we doing, everybody? UFC Thoughts here, and today I'm going to be recapping UFC Nashville that wrapped up not too long ago. I know this isn't what you guys are used to seeing as of now. Of course, considering I got my surgery, my setup is upstairs, and personally, I do not feel like going upstairs right now. I'm in recovery at the moment. Surgery went good. I get a further consultation with my surgeon, or doctor rather, in the coming days. But, yeah, UFC Nashville was alright. There was a lot of finishes. Some of them were anticlimactic, though. Speaking of which, let's get to an anticlimactic finish. The main event, by the way, I went 8-4 on picks. I got the main event wrong. And the main event, Derrick Lewis versus Talison Teixeira. Very quick fight, 35 seconds to be exact. Literally, Talison landed one right hand, hurt Derrick Lewis because he kind of gouged his eye a little bit. And then Derrick Lewis was like, fuck this, and just ran at Talison Teixeira. And ended up knocking him out with a left hook. First watch, I thought the stoppage was very premature. But looking back on it, Talison having to use the cage to get up kind of prompted the stoppage a little bit. He was not looking at Derrick Lewis. I think if Jason Herzog would have stopped it sooner rather than later, it would have been a fine stoppage. It reminds me of Carlston Harris versus Santiago Ponzinibbio, or Aljamain versus Sean O'Malley. They stopped it too late so that the fighter looked like they were able to compete again. If they would have stopped it a second sooner, it would have been nobody would have complained about the stoppage at all. Talison was grabbing the fence, not looking at Derrick Lewis, getting tagged from behind. Pause. And yeah, Derrick Lewis wins. I picked Talison Teixeira because, Derrick has to fall off at some point. He does. He does just have to fall off. But not today, or yesterday rather. Talison got absolutely mollywopped. And again, that is another prospect that heavyweight completely shut down because they fed him to fucking Derrick Lewis in his second fight in the UFC. It's fucking stupid, but what are you gonna do about it? Very good win for Derrick Lewis. Talison Teixeira, maybe he'll be back, maybe he won't, who knows. Derrick Lewis, who should Derrick Lewis fight? I'm on my fucking Xbox World Explorer right now, looking at stats. Derrick Lewis is number 9 in the world. You could do him versus... You could do a Sergey Spivak rematch. You could do him versus Gaziev. You could do him versus Rizvan Kuniev if you want to push Kuniev again. Who fucking knows? We move to the co-main event. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Gabriel Bonfim. Like many others who watched the event, I thought Wonderboy won. I thought it was kind of a robbery, I'll be honest with you. I think Gabriel won the first round. First round was close, but I gave it to Gabriel Bonfim just because I thought that he had 2 takedowns with altitude and damage. Excuse me. And I thought he also just did a bit more in the round than Wonderboy did. Wonderboy didn't really do much. Round 2 is close because Gabriel did do quite a bit of good work, but I gave it to Wonderboy because at the end of the round, of course, Wonderboy actually hurts Gabriel Bonfim really fucking bad with a head kick, has him wobbled all over the place, had the biggest moment of the round, which it sucks because it was followed by what was probably the biggest moment of the round for Gabriel Bonfim was he checked a low kick and actually had a very deep cut on Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's shin, which was disgusting to look at. And in round 3, he tried to capitalize on it by kicking it. Round 3, Wonderboy outstruck Gabriel 32-22 in total strikes. Gabriel apparently landed more significant strikes. So maybe, I don't know. I thought Wonderboy landed the better shots. I thought he landed a lot of really good kicks early on. They were blocked, but they were going through the block. You could see that they were definitely having an impact on Gabriel Bonfim. It is a close round. I lean towards Wonderboy Thompson, I'll be honest with you. Gabriel had a neutral position for most of the round and did a whole lot of nothing. He was trying to Merab Max, doing some knees to the thigh, but even then he didn't throw nearly as many knees as what Merab does. He was just stalling in a neutral position, may I add. It wasn't like he had his back the entire time. He had his back for maybe 12, 15 seconds, got a slam takedown that Wonderboy got immediately back up from. Yeah, it's just one of those instances where it's like, Wonderboy is such a legend that it kind of sucks seeing him lose to a Gabriel Bonfim of the world, you know what I mean? Especially in that sort of fashion. If Gabriel would have subbed him, that's just a skill difference. To lose a arguable robbery decision hurts just even more. So, yeah, Gabriel Bonfim is going to be ranked. He's going to be top 12 now after that performance. I think Gabriel Bonfim gets waxed by any welterweight he fights. I think he called out... did he call out Gilbert Burns? If so, fuck you. I think that might have been Jake Matthews who called out Gilbert Burns. I'm not sure, but Gabriel Bonfim, I guess he's ranked. Wonderboy, honestly, I want to see him retire because he's 42 years old, but he still is competitive with these guys, so can't really say much. We move to Calvin Kattar versus Steve Garcia, the featured fight. Domination. People want to talk about domination, about performances that aren't dominations. This was a domination from start to finish. Steve Garcia absolutely outclassed Calvin Kattar. This hurt to watch. It was like almost kind of sad in a way, because Calvin used to be so, like, decent at fighting. He used to actually have some skills. Hold up, I'm moving. Yeah. Let me move a little bit. Yeah. There we go, so I can sit up a bit better. There we go. Calvin used to actually be, like, decent at fighting, and now he's just getting completely... It's not even like Steve Garcia, like, bulldozed him and knocked him out or whatever. He genuinely was just a better fighter than Calvin Kattar for 3 straight rounds, for 15 minutes. He won every exchange that they had, besides maybe 1 or 2. Dropped him in the 3rd round. And even after winning the first 2 rounds, very clearly, may I add, had a lot more output, threw a lot more, went to the body early on, very good body shots. In the 3rd round, not only did he look for a finish against Calvin Kattar, he dropped Calvin Kattar for, I believe, from what I can remember, that's the first time that he's been actually knocked down. I think they counted a knockdown against Arnold Allen because of the knee thing or whatever, but I don't really count that. Unless I'm forgetting. Dan Ige could have maybe, I don't remember, but really good performance from Steve Garcia. Not exactly the way I thought it would go out. I thought Calvin would have slugged a bit more. Steve would have clipped him. Good night, Irene. But instead, we got Steve Garcia absolutely fucking dominating Calvin Kattar for 3 straight rounds. So, yeah, what are you going to do about it? We move. Great win for Steve Garcia. We move to Nate Landwehr versus Morgan Charrier. Really great fight. Really good fight. First round, the whole fight was fucking wild. Nate the Train got knocked the fuck out in round 3. The first round, I thought Morgan Charrier won. He landed better. He fucking brutalized the lead leg of Nate Landwehr. in the first round. Had like 2 massive welts on it. And he also got excuse me. He also got 2 takedowns, which were pretty cool. He did some damage with those as well. Outlanded Nate Landwehr pretty clearly. Round 2 was Nate Landwehr's round. That's a traditional Nate Landwehr win of a round. He actually started walking down Morgan Charrier, landing some really solid shots on him. And something I've noticed about Morgan Charrier is if he's being hit, some fighters take punches differently. Morgan Charrier does not take punches all that well. He really reminds me of like Edson Barboza in a way where he just kind of like wobbles with everything. It's like he's off balance at all times, and Nate Landwehr was landing some shots on him, and Morgan did not like it at all. In round 2, I thought momentum was swinging a little bit, and I was like, no, Nate's going to fucking win. I should have picked him. And then round 3, they start out, Nate the Train hyping up the crowd. He's like, look at this bicep. Round 3 starts, and he immediately gets walked down. Morgan Charrier lands a right hand behind his ear. And Nate literally, he just goes fucking wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man on everybody. Just, and then Morgan Charrier finds a finish. Was swinging from the hip, clipped Nate a couple times. I think the one that finally did it was a left hook that, demolished the chin of Nate Landwehr, dropped him for good, and then some follow-up shots. Really good win for Morgan Charrier. Good way to bounce back in the win column. Again, bouncing back from a loss in the UFC. Very fun fighter. Everyone loves when Morgan Charrier fights. He's actually probably one of the most entertaining Frenchmen in the UFC. So, really good win. I don't know where you go from here with him, because it's like he's already gotten, like, we've already seen him against, like, the higher-ups of prospects, like Chepe and Nathaniel Wood beat him. Featherweight's weird. You could do him versus a Hyder Emil. Hyder Emil coming off a loss, maybe. Morgan versus Joe Anderson Brito. I think Joe Anderson's already got a fight booked, but that would be kind of cool. Yeah, something like that for Morgan Charrier. Nate Landwehr, who fucking knows what you do with him at this point. We move to Vitor Petrino versus Austin Lane. Vitor Petrino found the exploit that everyone's been talking about and proved it. Light heavyweights are just better than heavyweights. Everyone give the man a round of applause. He submitted Austin Lane. Made it look really easy, might I add. Avoided literally everything on the feet. Didn't get hit with anything clean that I could remember. Got a takedown very early. Caught, I believe, a kick or something from Austin Lane. Found a takedown. Basically almost immediately mounted him. Was looking for an arm triangle for a while. Couldn't get it. And then he finally locked it in around the third time that he was attempting it. Austin Lane forced to tap. Vitor Petrino, probably going to be a big problem at heavyweight if he can avoid, for like the unranked depths of the division, you know what I mean? Like when he gets to like the upper echelon of guys, he probably is going to get shinned by, I think he might get shinned by Derrick Lewis, who fucking knows with the matchmaking nowadays. Vitor could be ranked soon. I thought it was a really good win, though, for Vitor Petrino. Made it look about as easy as you should. Didn't get a, like, cool knockout, but he also didn't get, like... Austin Lane usually does really good in the first round against people. Like, first round drops Mario Pinto. First round blobs Gennaro Diniz. Of course, Justin Tafa kind of blobbed him out. Blobbed Robelis to Spain as well. Vitor kind of was like, fuck that, I'm just going to take you down and sub, you fat boy. So, that's what he did. Also, Vitor Petrino was fucking huge for heavy. He looks fucking... He's just a ball now. It's crazy. So, good win for Vitor Petrino. We move to the start of the main card. Junior Tafa versus Tuco Tokos. Junior got fucking blob maxed, bro. This sucks. And this is a fight that I thought I thought about picking Tuco Tokos in my picks and breakdown video. I literally was like, but dude, he got taken down by Sean Sharaf. He's probably going to get finished by Tuco Tokos. But I was like, no, he's going to bonk him at some point. And to be fair, Junior bonked him in the second round pretty good. Hurt him pretty bad. Couldn't capitalize and didn't go for a finish for some reason. He just let him back up. And DC was like, he should let him back up. And I was like, no, he's hurt. Stay on top of him. Just stay on top. Rain, ground, and pound. You have him hurt already. It'll take like 8 more clean shots and he'll be done. If you have somebody fucking hurt, finish them. Because we know you can't defend a takedown. You can't defend one. And of course, what do you know? Junior Tafa didn't defend another takedown. I actually thought you could give the first round to Junior Tafa as well on damage. I thought he landed really good shots on Tuco Tokos' reverse position at the end, landed some good ground and pound shots. Tuco literally did nothing in the first round for damage, even though he did mount him at one point. Round 2, of course, Tuco finishes him with an arm triangle after some early damage. But yeah, Junior Tafa probably should get cut. I think they signed him a little too early just because Justin Tafa was his brother, and they were like, let's get his fucking fat younger brother in here and fucking let's see what he can fucking do. Of course he loses, but you know, what are you gonna do? Good win for Tuco Tokos. He called to get on an England card. There's no England card anytime soon, buddy. You're gonna have to fucking wait. I'm from the fucking ends. I'll bring the real fucking... What did he say? He said hooligan? Yeah, Tuco's funny, man. But, yeah, good win for Tuco Tokos. Junior Tafa lose a bit more weight. We move to the feature prelim, Max Griffin versus Chris Curtis. Alright fight. Max Griffin is genuinely unwatchable, bro. He is so fucking... He's appalling to watch. Round 1, I gave to Max Griffin because he just did more. Round 2, like, that's literally the story of the fight. Round 2, I gave to Chris Curtis because even though Max Griffin did do quite a bit, he got outlanded by Chris Curtis, and I thought Chris Curtis landed the better shots. Round 3, I thought Chris Curtis, won because he did more and landed the better shots. Max Griffin, after round 1, just turns into a man who can't land a punch, who can't hit the broadside of a barn, and somehow a judge gave round 3 to Max Griffin. Even though he got outlanded 37-22 and got hurt and staggered sometimes. Who knows how judges get to where they get to. Good win for Chris Curtis. Not really. Max Griffin's pretty shit. I was actually worried because in the first round I thought Chris Curtis was... I thought he was intoxicated. He was smiling the entire time. Was trying to aura farm the entire time. Trying to like, I have more aura than you type thing. And I was like, this dude's about to get fucking... Not about it. Yeah, he's about to get a split decision is what about to happen. And you know, it almost did. Max Griffin, please retire. You're fucking awful to watch. And you look like you have fake abs. Chris Curtis, I don't know what you do with him. I think you could do him and Jake Matthews next. Or him versus Chidi and Njokuani. Probably him and Jake Matthews, because Jake Matthews actually won. Speaking of which, let's get to that fight. Jake Matthews versus Chidi and Njokuani. I picked Chidi and Njokuani. He didn't win. He actually got submitted in basically a minute. Chidi did well early on. Landed a lot of kicks. I thought it was... God damn. He landed a lot of kicks on Jake Matthews. They were like blocked a lot, but they were making some wicked noises, man. Jake Matthews at a certain point said, fuck this, went for a clinch, and I was like, oh, well, Chidi's going to fuck him up in the clinch because that's what he's been doing. Chidi gets tripped, gives up his back. Jake Matthews gets the hooks in and immediately gets a short choke on Chidi and Njokuani and chokes him out. So, good win for Jake Matthews. When I say anticlimactic finishes, I mean really, like, these are like some anticlimactic finishes.
where it's like there's not a lot of build up. It's just like it happens, and you're like, oh. Jay Matthews, good win, good performance, got a dub. Again, it's just like he's so inconsistent. How did Matt Semmelsberger beat him? You know what I mean? Like, how does that happen? We move to Lauren Murphy versus Eduardo Moira. This fight sucked. Round 1, Eduardo, guess what? She did more than Lauren Murphy, the 41-year-old. Round 2, guess what? She did more. Actually, she didn't do more than Lauren Murphy, but she landed the better shots. That's what matters. Round 3, she almost got choked unconscious by a 41-year-old. I gave Lauren Murphy the third round like probably everybody else. Eduardo Moira's gas tank is a anomaly, bro, but she just hits hard. Round 3 is always going to be tough for her, but round 1 and 2, she just throws hard and wins, and she's somewhat decent. I can't believe Lauren Murphy almost tapped her out. I'm still shocked about it. Good win, I guess. No, not good win. I'm not going to congratulate you for that. Fuck you. Lauren Murphy had to retire. It was sad, I guess. I want to, last of all, I want to say thank you to myself for pushing through everything, and I'm still fucking girls up. You just lost. You literally just lost. What do you mean? But, yeah, Eduardo Moira just did more. Landed better shots. Landed down the pipe really well, because guess what? Lauren Murphy can't move her head. Good win for Eduardo Moira. We move to, Kennedy Nzechukwu versus Walter Walker. Kennedy Nzechukwu was feeling himself so much that he didn't throw a single strike in this fight. Fuck me, man. This sucks, dude. I've been hyping up Kennedy at heavyweight for so long, dude. For this, he came out, he was like fucking, he looked like fucking Caesar. He was like, he was on his haunches or whatever. I don't know how to describe. He was like pushing his butt out, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then Walter just was like, ooh, he just sprinted at him. And Kennedy was like, oh shit, and then got fucking bulldozed. And then he got into a clinch position. Walter got his back. And then Walter kind of slid off. And then he rolled for a heel hook. And when Walter gets a heel hook, he gets it. It was one of the gnarliest heel hook variations I've seen in my fucking life. I was like, oh my god. As somebody who's had knee surgery and knows how dreadful it is to get knee surgery now, I'm like 5 days post-op as of the moment. I was like, oh no, because I thought I could see his knee like turning on the inside. I was like, fuck that. It was brutal. Walter Walker gets a submission win over Kennedy Nzechukwu. 3 heel hook submissions in a row. How could he not beat Lucas Dresky? It doesn't make any sense. Good win for Walter Walker. He probably is going to be ranked now. Should have been ranked. He beat Dante Almays when he was ranked, and he didn't get ranked off of that. He should get ranked. Towson should become unranked. I'll be honest with you. He shouldn't have been ranked in the first place. Good win for Kennedy. Or not Kennedy. Fucking Kennedy lost. God damn it. I got to deal with it. Good win for Walter Walker. He literally just like ran at him like a buffoon. And Kennedy was like, oh fuck. He like got hurt. And he was like, oh shit. And Walter just like stormed at him. He was so stupid. God damn it. Kennedy loses. We move to Mitch Ramirez versus Mike Davis. Really cool fight. Round 1, Mike Davis picks up and slams Mitch Ramirez, has his back for the entire round. Has like 3 locked-in rear naked chokes, but can't finish them for some reason. Round 2, it started off, I thought Mike Davis was gassed. He was moving all slow-like, and then I realized, oh shit, he might be tired, but he is a way better boxer than Mitch Ramirez is. And that was kind of the story of the second round. Mitch Ramirez was faster than Mike Davis for a lot of it, and then he started to slow down. But Mike Davis was just so much better. That it was so crazy how much like cleaner and technical he was than Mike Davis in the striking department. And I was like, oh my God, these are beautiful boxing combinations. And then he landed a flying knee on the armpit and then knocked him out. Really good win for Mike Davis. We move to the start of the entire card, Fatima Klein versus Melissa Martinez. Beautiful performance from Fatima Klein. Outstruck Melissa Martinez the entire time, eventually finding a KO in the third round. Overall, really good win for Fatima Klein. UFC Nashville was pretty solid. A lot of finishes. Like I said, the main event wasn't going to last long. It didn't. Yeah. I got one more pre-recorded upload for you guys tomorrow. I started a series that I'm probably not going to be able to add to anytime soon. I might make another video. I might not. Who knows? This weekend, UFC 318, Holloway versus Poirier 3 happens. I'm probably going to have to record that on my phone as well. So, sorry about the current state of uploads, or quality, rather. I wish I could be on my PC as well, but, circumstances are what they are, so it is temporary. I will be back to making, actual good content. Excuse me, I'm kidding, but yeah. I'll be back. I'm back, guys. I'll be back. But, yeah. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.